Yo, Red She-Hulk. What's up, Shouty? How you doing? Yo, what's happening? What's that? You, you're down in the dumps, huh? Why? What happened? Oh, you've been replaced, huh? Yikes, that's a bummer. By who? Oh, yeah, about that. Welcome back, Pony Soldier. Glad you decided to mosey on back to the channel, man. Yep, you heard it. There's a new sheriff in town. She said, "You bring the fire? Well, I'll bring the pain. And I ain't playing. 'Cause I'm capping and I'm clapping cheeks." Yeah, man. She plays no games. Let's just jump right into it. You know, enough of the funny business. So, this gal, she got everything that this gal had. Look, I mean, she's got one Uru, no ISO 8 set, no rage. It's a sad day for this girl here. She's gonna be sitting on the couch eating a gallon of Perry's ice cream. What kind of flavor do you think she would eat? Let me know in the comments what kind of flavor. If Red She-Hulk had a flavor of ice cream, what would it be? What would be her number one? Anyways, so she's got a full stack. You know, she doesn't even need them. At least on my account, she doesn't even need them. Like I said, I just transferred everything over. It was like copy paste, boom, everything right onto Valkyrie. Fully awakened ISO 8 set. And that's the thing, Red She-Hulk, she needed it. She needed a maxed out build. You had to give her everything, including the kitchen sink, and you still weren't capping. Even the top accounts were not capping. I think I was scoring about 5.6, 5.7 maybe. I forget exactly, but I think somewhere in that range, like 5.5, 5.6 million range. And she could do it, with not like a super minimal build, but on a decent account with like a few Odin's blessings. I'm seeing people capping. So let's jump into it. Okay, so a couple things that you need to know. All right. Actually, before we do this, all right. So important things to note. On her third skill, she has accumulation, and upon damage dealt, the best kind of accumulation in the game. It's actually it's the same as Moonstone, same exact accumulation. She's got some all defense down. On her fourth skill, she's got some all defense down. She has some bleed damage, and on her fifth, so I'll show you. On her fifth, she gets this buff, but it comes kind of late on the skill, and I'll show you exactly when it comes. Okay, so keep an eye on this corner here, like by Valkyrie's picture, and you see this right here. The it's got the 7 on it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's the buff right there, and it comes. Watch when it comes. Boom, right there. Okay, let's do it again. Watch it refresh. Go to 10, right there. So that's at the point when you want to cancel it. The 3 for the accumulation, you can cancel that right away. Right, pops up right away. Right away you can cancel that. On 4, this at the very end, she throws this spear, and that applies some all defense down. Now, I don't think you necessarily have to wait for that. On the 5, you want to wait, and on, but I spent about an hour running her, trying out different rotations, and you'll see what I came up with. So on her 6, once the screen kind of shifts back a little bit right there, that's when you can start going. That's when you can cancel it and start going into other skills. And I feel like just knowing those things on her skills is the most important thing you need to know about Valkyrie's rotation, because I tried. So I've seen a rotation out there like 3. Well, it's like 3, 5. Wait for the buff, 6, and then into 4. And then basically it's like 3, 5, 4, trying to fit that, and then the proc, 2, sprinkle 2 and 1 in there, and that wasn't working best for me. It just wasn't. And kind of like Thor, she's got like an active rotation. At least for ABX, that's what I found works best for just getting the max score possible. That's what works best. And I'll show you kind of, actually, you know what? I'm just going to let the run speak for itself. Let me bring that up. And actually here, I'll show you this. So I did not get this run recorded. I'm a knucklehead. I always think like, okay, I'm going to do a couple warm-up runs, figure this out, and then I'll start recording. And I fell a little bit short of this one here. So 9.3, my face is covered, man. Yeah, we need to get this up there. Okay, about 9.3 million, and I'll show you my cards in a minute. But I got close. So the run I have recorded it's 9.11. It's actually 911. I just realized that 9.11 million. And I'm just prioritizing skills. I'm paying attention to, where the buffs are on her skills, and just trying to get as many hits in during the proc as possible. And I feel like with her, it's difficult to keep, the proc, along with her awakening skill, trying to keep it the same throughout the whole entire run while doing max damage or getting a max score. So here, let's get this off the screen. And here, I'll show you my cards real quick. I made a couple changes. I ended up getting all attack on this card, so it had physical attack before, so it actually won't even affect this run in particular. But so I have 126.6 physical attack on my cards. I do have 16% pierce damage, but I don't think from what people are saying and testing, the pierce damage doesn't have a whole lot of effect in ABX. Alright, so let's pull this run up here. I might have to do a little adjusting. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm like a noob when it comes to this here. Is it gonna shift it? No. Okay. Awesome. Alright. Let's play this bad boy. Oh no. Okay, so you can see when I jump in here, I do 3, cancel right away into the 6, and then as soon as, like I said, the screen shifts back a little bit like that, that's when you can cancel that skill. It's like the same as Mystique's. And then I jump into the 5, I wait for the buff, and then I don't always prioritize 4. I'm chaining 2 and 1 a lot together, but in most cases I'm letting 4 play out until she does throw that spear. I believe there's some decent damage on that. You always want to try to keep 3 up all the time. The thing is with 3, you do have an additional 3 seconds off of when that comes off cooldown that the accumulation is actually still up, so you can keep that in mind. You don't always need to hit 3 the second it comes off cooldown. And for the cancel and the roar, each slash there that she does applies the paralysis. So you could essentially hit it a little early, and even on the last slash, she'll still apply that paralysis. So you have a pretty large window with that, or it does it right away. Like I think on the second roar, she hits it once, and then I go right back into the rotation. So you hear the 5, the buff comes, and then I'm jumping right into other skills. But yeah, you can see I'm chaining 2, and I try to chain like 2 and 1 a lot together, just getting, basically let the skill play out just for like a second, and then go into the next one, because most of the hits are like, they're like right away. And watch here, boom, I just hit him once, and then jump into the next rotation. I realize not everybody has 126 percent physical attack on their cards, and full stack Odin's Blessings on Valkyrie. So, but this score is definitely inflated to like I showed you, I got 9.3. So I'm guessing you should be able to cap with much less. Like I capped already with over 40 seconds left. So I have to imagine that played right, like I said, just paying attention to where the buffs are on the skills. And again, there, I just, let it hit once and then into the rotation. And for the awakening skill, like I ran this a bunch of times, and I was coming up at about 9 million each time. I tried using like a set rotation. It just wasn't working out for me. Maybe other people have better luck with it, but it just was not working out for me. And I've seen some people just do like, here we go. Yeah, you rack up a lot of points in the last like 10 seconds, it seems like. All right, let's get this off the screen here. So yeah, that was my run. I did try putting in some extra work for you guys to get something decent. But yeah, just like I said, pay attention to the buffs, where they are, where they fall in the skills. And yeah, for the awakening skill, I was trying to hit that basically as soon as possible. And one of the reasons why I do 3 cancel into the 6 initially is so I don't. So the beast, okay, so it would be like, I don't know, the 3rd or the 4th awakening skill, like for the second roar, because the awakening skill comes off cooldown at about, I think it's like 1 minute and 25 seconds left or something like that. And this way, I'm playing it safe. I don't have to worry about the beast iframing and losing all that damage on the awakening skill. And plus, you're applying the buff like right after, so you're still you get a lot of that buff into running into like the end of the awakening skill. But yeah, I wasn't necessarily paying attention to like where the proc was when I hit it, because that skill runs for so long. You're gonna get most of the damage in the proc. There's so many hits on it, so the proc should activate immediately once that 2-second timer it is up. Yeah, I showed you the whole build here, but she does have a mythic uniform as well, and I believe all of the options are mythic. Yeah, so yeah, she's got a maxed out build. Like, I treat her really well, rank 5. But like I said, I scored 9.3. I could possibly go a little bit higher, but my average was like between 9 million and like 9.1. But so yeah, I have to imagine that played right, paying attention to that stuff, you can cap with much less build and much less on your cards as well. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this helps some guys out. I hope this. I think this might be a little bit different than stuff that's already out there. So hopefully the change of pace helped you out. Got to see the new sheriff in action, throwing the old sheriff in the trash there. I'm happy about it. But I have to imagine that they're going to be increasing the cap soon, right? That might get ugly. But anyways, until next time, my friend, I'll see you later.